Benvenuti in questa nuova puntata di OmniaRally Podcast, puntata un po' speciale perché oggi siamo qua con...
Abbiamo due ospiti un po'
speciali. Due ospiti speciali che si stanno preparando per questa tappa del Mondiale. Infatti siamo in Sardegna e stiamo vicini a quella che è la tappa del Rally Italia-Sardegna, appunto. Oggi location un po' particolare perché appunto non siamo nel nostro classico studio, ma siamo in trasferta, precisamente a Tempio, precisamente nel Hotel Pausania Inn. E oggi appunto andiamo a presentarvi i nostri ospiti speciali.
I primi ospiti del canale e
quindi
per
Nikolai,
introduce yourself.
Buongiorno amici, Nikolai Gryazin, the Citroen racing driver.
I'm Gryazin-Aleksandrov, yeah. The same from Citroen.
Okay. Good. Hi to both and welcome back to Sardinia. First of all, how are you?
Good, we just arrived from a long trip, so feeling good, just excited for the rally. Tomorrow we have the test day, so just can't wait to sit back on our car.
Finally, it was not a long time far from your car, your seat.
It's true, yeah, we just finished Portugal, but still compared with the last years when we were driving too much races, even 2 weeks starts to be long gap between the races.
And about this first half of the year, how it was? It was a little bit busy for you?
No, I cannot say that it was so much busy because the main idea on this year was to build the races to be less tough like it was last year when we were traveling all days on some small rallies and etc. So our target for this season was more to focus on the WRC events and make the only needed preparation for this. So overall, we find the Monte Carlo. We need one race which was on not the same stages but the same area. So we used the race. We used some tests before. Same for Croatia, we make the race which were in the same stages but opposite directions, and we're not trying to do, like in the past, a lot of rallies because I think we need more to focus to be not tired before the race. So that's why I would say the first half of the year was not that busy, but for sure the WRC races are making really hard job when you need, especially this year when you have especially the Monte Carlo with Croatia and Portugal, all the 3 days you are really pushing. There's not like in the past when you can fight for the first 2 days and after the positions are quite clear. All these 2 races, especially the Monte and Croatia, until the last day, you are really not releasing the throttle. So this starts to be a new level for WRC2 Championship.
Okay, it's really interesting this thing because it's important for our sport, I think, to find that level, the proper level, because we are speaking about the World Championship and not last championship. So this is really nice.
You look nice in red clothes, and how are the sensations to be part of this project with Citroen Racing?
First feeling, it's amazing because you really feel that now we are in the factory. Approach of the people who work with you is completely another level, and it feels. I will say I don't know how for concept, but in some places it feels easier because a lot of things are carrying by other people, so you can really focus just on the driving. The Konstantin can focus on the reading, the preparation for the road book, and etc. And also a special feeling when you are involving in the development of the car also, and you feel some responsibility and also sometimes some proud when you see that some new things which you were trying starts to be working good and you get the result. So it's something new in my life because I've never been in this kind of teams where we are in developments and doing this kind of job. So I'll say it's quite interesting, and especially as a technical guy, I like to understand how it works. And when we are doing new things with the Citroën, it starts to be quite interesting for me as a technical guy. So
it's a learning process even for you.
Yeah, I'll say the first half of the year, I learned maybe the same like in 2 years. So it's really giving the good feeling.
Wow, interesting.
Your experience with Citroën Racing?
Yeah, I think at the moment it's only positive stuff. Like Nikolai said, it's you feel a part of really manufacturer team, and you do a lot of new things. You learn a lot, and of course, all environment, all the people who working around you, they're aiming for result. So that's a good feeling. So you are part of team which want to win the races, and I think it works, as you can see from the results, of course, as well on the first half of the year. So yeah. Interesting, good, and still much more to learn and to do.
The direction is seen, I think. The top level is the main goal, I think, for both sides, driver sides and over.
Correct, for sure.
You are arriving from a first half that we can say even good about the results, even if you have not scoring points in every event. So. Was it expected at the start of the year, this type of performances?
On the tarmac, we were expected a good result. We were expect the fight, especially with Johan, because he's the proper tarmac driver. And we know that with Citroën on the tarmac we will be powerful. With the gravel, we decide not to score the points just because we need to understand more this car on the gravel, because the philosophy of the car is a little bit different from what I drove all my years. And I need to focus on my driving style and understand more the car on the gravel. So I decided not to score points in the first half of the year on the gravel, just to get the experience from the car. But anyway, if to say honestly, I don't take care about the scoring or not scoring the points. I mean, normally you need to score everywhere, because anyway you're coming for rally and you are come to fight. So, I mean, the Portugal, if I will score or not score, the approach of the race will be the same. So, just if we have the opportunity to decide, then I will decide later to score.
Okay, because with this regulation, you need to say before the entry list, you need to say how you score the points or not. It's just for the fans. And this is your second opportunity to be an official driver, more or less. It was 2020, way back in 2020, where you was on Hyundai team. But it was your second full season on WRC events. But it didn't go as well as you thought, I think.
Yeah, when it was 2020, there was COVID itself, so everything was messed, and I think it's completely two different stories, what we have now and what we had in the past. Okay. I don't want to go into small details, but for sure it was a new car for me. It was no time to test, to understand how it works and how to improve. And also now I think I'm completely different drivers than I was in 2020, and now I'm more easier now to adapt for the car, to understand the philosophy, and to find the speed on another philosophy's car. In 2020, I think I was not ready yet for this kind of steps.
Okay. But at least 2020, it was a tremendous year, but you finally found a good...
You are a new driver and you have a new co-driver.
It's true, the COVID have a lot of negatives, but at least we need to find all the positives also from this better year. So we start to work with Consta, it's also the big positive, I will say.
From your side now, how it starts, that collaboration, and how it is going now?
I would say the COVID make it, probably. No, it starts very well because we were working before that, so we know each other a little, I would say. We were not in big contact before that time, but when I got this opportunity, we understand the goal, and I understand that I need to step up a big level. So we did a lot of job to make me ready to for these WRC races, because before that I was driving only in Russia, so it was like a big step, and Nico helped me a lot with that, like with understanding what's going on, and we did a lot of job on the simulator with the base notes. And yeah, that was really good training. And yeah, then we start with the small races one by one, and then the rest of WRC season, of course, to step up to Hyundai team. Also for me, that year was like something huge and unbelievable. But okay, I was trying to learn as fast as possible, and I think the result was not bad. And still, I think our relations is growing up, and we get much more experience. So probably now we just focus on a work to do, on a job to be done for Citroën, for ourselves, and we understand each other quite clearly. We don't need a lot of words to describe what to do. I don't know, on the stage sometimes we just keep silence at all.
Even without speaking.
And we understand each other. Yeah, some road sections we can do like 1 hour not speaking to each other, but then we come to the special stage and we know what we should do. And it also, I think, brings results, so I'm quite happy at the moment. I hope he's the same. So, yeah, it's really cool. Still aiming for wins, and I would say we are hungry for more.
It was difficult at the start of the beginning of this adventure, just to do this step from local or national championships to the, like you say, to the WRC world. It's completely different, maybe, and.
Yeah, it was not, I would not say it was difficult. It was how to find the proper word. It takes some time. You need to put some effort to do that. But when you're passionate about that, so it's making it easier. You just think, you do, and it comes. It was like that.
No.
You don't need to force yourself to do some things. It's naturally. You want to do that, so it was a big pleasure.
Great.
So come back to Nico. After this unlucky period, you come back to private mode with a Polo, where you found the speed for sure, but a lot of mistake brought your back off the standing. Tell us about that year and about this bet for the Polo.
Yeah, I think I will not say there are a lot of mistakes. It depends how you watch the year from the perspective, because the idea was after the 2020 to go on the fast car and to try to show the proper speed, because we only not having our mistakes, there was also mistakes from the maybe technical preparation, or maybe just some parts was broken for itself during the rally. I don't know why it was happening, but it was happening anyway, and we have a lot of technical issues, unfortunately. And but our idea was just to find the pace after 2020, where we were quite down, and also after the COVID we need to step back, and we wanted to show the pace. There was not the target to finish the rally 100%. Even if we will be in the Sunday in some place with the good big gaps, I will push until the last stage. That was an idea. So 2021, from one perspective, was good because we showed the pace, but from the other perspective, not good because we have also bad lucks, we have mistakes, and sometimes also it's quite difficult to be alone in the team, to be honest, because I think the next year, 2022, was more efficient for me because we were in a big team with a lot of fast drivers, so you can compare yourself with the others and see how do they work, how do they manage, and etc. So you are teaching much more faster when you are alone in the team. So yeah, 2021 was with a lot of memories, also a lot of crashes with Costa first time, I think, and
first proper crashes, yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, yeah, if I would be with our experience now, I would maybe say that I will change a lot. If it will be 2021 year again, I would a little bit change the idea of training.
Maybe. And about the bet on the Polo, why you choose this type of car? Because it was something exotic, because it wasn't seen, I could say, on the entry list you at the time you was not seeing so much polos.
You mean why in the past or now?
In the past, the polo.
I think there was the question of the maybe prices for this car. We just have the good relations with Volkswagen, and we have some, can say like, not offers, but we just decide to go with them because we have good contacts and we get the car quite fast when we wanted to go. So we know that this time it was one of the fastest cars. So we also decide to compete on the fast car to show the pace to others that we can be on the top.
Okay. So you anticipate us with the question about the Skoda next years.
Yeah, but nowadays it's different. Yeah.
About the Skoda time, you say that you do a little step forward, okay? But the speed was quite there. But there was missing something. You think that was missing something to reach the top at that time?
I think there was driving style the little bit not good enough maybe for the long races, because sometimes we were quite fast, but also there was the second targets on the 2022 to finish the rally. And the problem is, if somebody told me like go slowly, finish, I go slowly too much. And this was the second idea, just to train how to slow down, but not so much, to slow down just a little bit. And also there was somehow some pressure on 2022 on me that I need to finish the rallies after the 2021. So it was also maybe overload myself that I want to perform, but from the other hand I also need to be on the finish, having no puncture, etc. So it was mixed. Sometimes it's working good, sometimes I was like trying to carry the result, but not showing the really pace which I want to.
You have the possibility to fight for the victory with the lady in red. Which are the reasons for this choice for your career?
It was a good offer from Citroën, and also to be the part of the factory team, and as I told you, like to be involved in development and help to make the car even faster and faster. For me, it was the big opportunity, because I don't like just to drive the rallies. I like to get some experience and some information how everything is working inside the car. So it was the good opportunity to try, and also I see some future with them also.
Okay. Now we change a little bit the argument. You are one of the less ERC former drivers that now are competing on WRC scenes. There are not so much you, Craig Breen, Kaito, but do you think that championship can help you to do the step to the World Rally Championship?
It's one of the options, yes. You can do like this, because the now ERC having a lot of fast drivers than days which I drove, because when I was driving it was possible to be in top 3 all the time. Now it's not that easy to be in top 3. You need to, the level, it starts to be quite close to WRC 2. Just the difference that it's much more less work. It's more calm week than the WRC. In WRC, just all the week you do something. You're watching the onboards, you're doing the recce, you're doing the race, after you watch the onboards again, and after you do the... and it's quite demanding. Also this Friday without services, it's not good, because if you damage something, but also it's not good because you don't have the place when you arrive, and at least 30 minutes just to eat, to relax. It's also 30 minutes, but you need sometimes the rest. But to be honest, I would say if you have the opportunity and the time and the money to go directly to WRC, it's better to go WRC immediately. Maybe not the WRC2, WRC Junior, and etc., but to get the experience of these long races and this to learn also the stages, because still a lot of stages are repeating each year.
We have the example in Sardinia that are almost the same stages throughout the years. About the Liepaja event, if I say Liepaja, there are sweet memories. because of the of the wins in the past. You tried that feeling, even both.
Yeah, the Lipai is a really nice event, and happy that they get this opportunity this year. And I think it was my first ERC victory. Also was in Latvia. I started my career in Latvia, so it was a lot of good memories, bad memories. So yeah, this year I will try to go there. So should be fun.
Yeah, I could say you know the stages quite well. You love that kind of stages that are fast and flow.
Yes, I like this fast type of the stages, but I cannot say that I remember a lot because this year they are not only in one place where it was ERCs, they do a lot of in other places, so it will be new stages for sure. And also, I don't know, like 3 years or 4 I was not driving in Latvia, so I remember something, some corners, but to be honest, I don't remember the stage. And I was not doing that. I mean, my brother was doing a lot the Lipai in the past when it was winter, but I was mostly in the east part of the Latvia doing the trainings and small races. So I would say the east part I know better than the west part of the Latvia.
Now there will be a big difference maybe between this and the new one. But now let's
come back in this event, Rally Italia Sardinia, and your first event in Sardinia is in
2019.
2019.
You have bittersweet memories from that event.
Unfortunately, I have a lot of bittersweet. Even I've been here much more time than others races, because I also in 2018 was driving here. We were using the Sardinia also like the test sessions because it's quite good to train here.
I was arriving to that direction.
So I have the experience from Sardinia quite a lot, not on the stages, but the road itself. But when it starts to be WRC in 2019 was the problem with the engine because we hit something with the drive shaft after 2020 was just first race together with Consta, and it was difficult to drive on the car, so it was also I think we went off on some stage, so a lot of moments. And 2021 we also have I think we broke the Samgard or radiator. Just we also
radiator on that stage.
Radiator, and after and after we stopped, we broke the radiator in the previous one, and after we stopped on
that stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, 2022 was good, so this is the good memories. 2023 also, the pace was there, but we have one mistake here, and after we were far from the guys on the front, and each time we go on the stage, we have full thunderstorm, and the guys was able to pass. So, and after every time we have the rain, after we don't have the soft tires anymore, because we also have the punctures, and after you arrive for some like Sunday without the tires, so the 2023 was quite difficult also.
Difficult year, yeah, because of the condition and everything.
I hope this year it will be stable.
The weather is not helping us, I think.
But let's see.
But let's see.
It's an island. It's every time it's not predictable.
No, for sure. You were speaking about the training sessions here in Sardinia, and how much this training session that helps you to grow up to be the guy that you are now.
For sure, it was the part, because when I started quite late. If you take care like how the autosport people are starting in which age, I would say we started late without any background. So I just need a lot of mileage to get the pace, and Sardinia was the place where we just gain the speed. There was not idea like to test the car to understand how the setup working. I just arrived and we drive just to get faster and faster. That's all. That's why I was also crashing in the past a lot on the test session, because the idea was to find the limit, not to find how to make the car faster. No. That's why the first years I was really like also crashing a lot, because I just need to understand where to find the limit on the pace. And after it starts to work mostly on the pace notes, on the setups. Now, for example, I don't need to drive 2 days of test. I just need to make 1 day test, for example, but proper one, to understand which part of the car I want to change for which thing. There's no sense just to find the limit of the pace. Anyway, you try it on a test in some of the run just to understand how you feel on the highest pace. But anyway, you need to work on the car which you will drive the first pass. The first pass you are not driving 110%.
You need to understand the car, not your pace.
Yeah. Because when you are driving like 110%, you're not thinking about the setup. You are thinking how not to crash and where to brake.
I remember about a video of you that was testing with a black Skoda. That it was something like Mythbuster. You did something like that. I think you remember it.
You mean the video or what?
Yeah, the video.
On the helmet?
Yeah, on the helmet that was something high speed.
Yeah. Even some circuit drivers with this mark in Instagram wrote me that it's speed up, and I made the video after some years. The same stages, same stage was, and it's a good opportunity to make the video. I put the timer just on the side of the roll cage, just put it, so I drive the same, and there was comparison of the old video and this video that the pace is the same, and you can see the time is going the same, it's not speed up. Because there was the wide angle of the GoPro camera, it was
speed up some.
And also was low FPS, so it's making the side to go really fast, but if you just watch in the middle, its pace was good.
Yeah, it was crazy, yeah. And now about sim racing, you told about sim racing with RBR, you are an RBR driver. How much and how it helps you to improve your speed or to improve your skills?
Well, I would say the RBR can also play a lot with the setup, which is quite close to the reality. So you can understand at least how the car reacts on the difference on the setups. And the secondary, someone can teach them pace loss with the co-driver, because I saw even in some people are doing the simulators for 2 persons. And for example, I'm using the VR, you can put on the monitor the screen of the right seat, your co-driver can watch on the somehow like on the road, reading the pace notes, and you are like watching from inside the car. So this is a lot of options. Like it depends what you want to achieve. Somebody like to drive hot lap just to find the pace. Anyway, it doesn't matter if you do this job, it's just good also for memory muscle to know how to react when the car is sliding and etc. Because for example, I have a few times the moment when I spin, and I already know from the game that I put the rear gear and react with the steering wheel like I have in the game. I mean, I can say for sure, I have a lot of friends who are driving fast, but if you put them on the real car, they will be not fast at all. There's the question, like, it's something which helps you to understand some things from the game which correlated with the real life, and also it's good for memory, muscle memory, if you need to teach the good proper feeling. Also, sometimes I found something in the real life, and I need to teach, for example, the different brake maneuver to brake. I can go and like 5 hours a day just trying to focus on this one. I made some special alarm. If I brake too hard, it's like showing me the alarm that I don't need to brake like this, and you're just training for this, for example, or you're just having the issue, you're like too nervous and you're too sharp. You just try to focus on being less sharp, and it's also memory muscle which are helping you. So this is the question. I mean, you can train everything, but for sure it's not real life, but it's good. Also, sometimes it's good just for competition side to find the online rallies to work with them. This nervous when you're before the start, you need to finish, you need not to crash, but this is something that also works good because you also feel adrenaline before the start, even in the game. But this adrenaline comes not because you can die, but because you're fighting with the people.
Oh, okay. And about your career, we can see, of course, some ups, but even some down moments, like you said, even tough, in some cases. So, how it is this growing process in terms of emotions from your side?
Quite shit.
Yeah.
It's never been good if you have really some difficult moments in your life. But I mean, it depends from you, like how you're approaching to this. You can just go at home and cry, but it not helps. So this is the question: how you think about it, how you approach. You can just say, okay, if it's like this, we adapt, we work. But I mean, this is difference on the man and not man. That you just need to accept sometimes the difficulties, because everyone have the difficulties. Our difficulties are not the same like the people other people can have now in this moment. So everyone have the difficulties. You just accept it and you work until the last moment. If I mean, you need to fight until the last moment. This is the only option.
Especially on a sport like this one, maybe you need to be strong in certain moments.
You also need to know that even other sportsmen who are on the top, for sure, if you find someone like Sebastian Loeb, who looks like he was reaching the top without any problems, we never know the insights, how it was in real life. But even we are taking example the other sportsmen who reached the top, even how much films we have about these motivations. Everyone has the difficulties, but somebody can take care and continue to work and relieve it. Somebody not, but this is, I mean, the difference from the champion and not champion.
How much the co-driver help in this situation for control the emotion?
It's a question to him.
Yeah, I mean, I will say from my side, I think for someone it's big help. It also depends from the driver. Somebody needs to calm down, to say you are good, don't worry. I also need sometimes some cheer up from the consta, but for me it helps when he is calm. So when he is calm, I'm calm also. This is the main why I asking the co-drivers to read calm, and people saying, your co-driver maybe not expression enough. But if he will be expression, I will be afraid, because the driving fast should be it's nothing special, because it's already scary to drive fast. But if your co-driver scares you by the expression of the reading, you just slow down because you start to be afraid. Somebody needed. I just think about myself. So when it's difficult moments, I mean, the co-driver are having the same issues. I mean, if he is stronger than you, he can cheer you up. But normally, if you are want to be champions, you are both should take these serious moments, difficult moments, and work on it. I don't know. For me, it's like this. I mean, I don't know how you think.
From your side.
From my side, of course.
How is to cover these emotions and calm down on him?
Sometimes it's really not easy. But he's right. We have basically the same emotions. So if we are not on a pace, I also feel this. I know if we cannot reach the top 3 or fight for the win, it's disappointed. But you're also trying to find positive things on this race. And for example, if you're fighting for the 5th position or 7th position, it's still a fight, and you need to do it till the end. This is absolutely true, because in these some races we are not collecting points, but when you're not top level in WRC, every point is counts. So it's not a big difference between being 7 and 6, but it's maybe 2-3 points, I don't remember now, but still it can help you at the end. So yeah, with Nico it's sometimes not easy, but I think this is a good point that we manage it through the years, and this is what I said, that we understand each other without any words. So for example, if we are not in the best mood, so we just, keep silent, but we understand what we should do. We are not finishing to do the job that we should do.
When you are on a stage mode, you are both focused on it even.
Yeah. When it's a stage mode, when you 3-1 and you go for a stage until the first corner, you can be worried. After first corner, you're absolutely okay, because you're just thinking about how to do your job perfectly, and you're on the stage. You don't have enough time to think about something else.
And this co-driver skill is something that you have learned during these years, or it was something that it was inside of you since the start?
It's not easy to say. I think it's 50-50, of course. When you step up to somebody, you understand firstly, do you suit each other? For example, if I will be Nico may be a bit calm, sometimes I'm a bit crazy, so maybe it's a good balance for us. But then, of course, you learn and you understand how the second person, because we spend a lot of time together in one car. like hours, days, months. So of course it's not easy from the mental side. That's why you need time to rest from each other as well. So yeah, you try your best and trying to understand what he wants, how I can help him. I don't know, sometimes I just ask like if I can do something, or it comes like this naturally. But at the end, I think if I would comment how his behavior on strong and difficult situations, he's now getting really on top. So it's less job for me now.
Okay.
So I'm happy with that.
Now he's growing.
Yeah. He's mature, and now sometimes I just step out. Yeah. and it's a good point. So that's why he's became more calm, more consistent, and of course. Sometimes he asks me, to be more calm on the pace, and like, slow down.
Okay. Okay, just a breath and reset.
Oh, sometimes can really. This is first of all, we are never blame each other, which is helping to keep our crew really friendly and surviving all the difficulties together. Because sometimes you can say, okay, the co-driver made some shit, and that's why I'm not performed. No. We are doing it together. If even he made a mistake, we just discuss after the race, like why it's happened. Let's do something to avoid it. And if I made a mistake, normally, I just blame myself. he normally never. I know he can think about it, but I feel it. But he never, for example, blame me, and it's also good. And it's true. Yeah, when we drive, sometimes if I made some moment and I start to feel he's reading more louder, I say, everything fine. I just everything under control. And also in Croatia after the big jump, he told me I think it's better if you don't do like this anymore. I said, yeah.
I know.
I said, sorry, but it was super nice pace all over the stage, so I wanted to keep the pace. And, I was not expect this jump, but if we will not jump like this, not getting the puncture, it will be really the stage record.
Anyway, the rest of the race after this jump was okay. Absolutely.
Okay. There's only one stage where we were on the limit. The rest we were taking care. On the stage you risk the places where you feel it's comfortable and safe, and you are not risking the places where it's just crazy. It's like the last stage of the Croatia. It's no place to risk. No. Everywhere you go out and finish.
Even if it was maybe closer with the other guys, something like that. Even he was calm and relaxed. Even the guys was near more or less. He was managing the gap.
You need to. It's like the target to be calm even under the pressure. But for sure, anyway, you get the pressure and it's difficult to be super calm. You're just trying to breathe, to think about the good things maybe. It depends on how he is relaxing himself. But for sure, when you are in a fight, you will be under the pressure. You just need to make it once, make it twice, and after you start to understand that there's nothing special in this, so you can relax. The fight will be every time, so just do your work, and if you will be less calm and more nervous, it will not help you. You just need to get the experience on this. Anyway, the first time you will be nervous. Even now, every time before the first stage, I will be nervous. But after, when you start to drive, the adrenaline, the hormones are doing the job. Before the start, the hormones working in opposite way, just to tell you you're sure you want to risk. When you start to risk, another hormone says.
But at least at the end you reach the top of the car. How it was that feeling?
You mean on the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, we bent the roof against. Not the same like in Sweden.
Mechanics are not.
Now they're happy.
As I was saying, if we bend the roof like this each race, you will be fine with this.
Yeah. in that way.
Every race if we do that.
So now let's change again the argument. Again about Sardinia, but about the event itself, because the FIA just want to change the days and the amount of kilometers, more or less, this format. Okay, what do you think and about it, and from your side, if this is the right way to grow for this sport, for our sport, if it helps this format or this type of decisions?
I'm a little bit afraid to answer it now and before we tried it, but I would say for the moment I will not agree, because this is the key point of the WRC, because the events are longer. Even in the past was much more longer, and now we want to go like shorter and shorter. Okay, let's do the 2 days, but it will be the same like ERC, I guess, finally.
More or less, because we will have only...
Yeah, but I mean, I think that if the WRC is like world championship, it should be like really a world championship. It's you come and like Dakar. Okay, let's do the 2 days of Dakar, but then it's no price of the winning of Dakar when you are doing this for a few weeks. I don't know, like 3 weeks, 3 weeks. Yeah, but I mean, this is the idea of the WRC, that you are come and you're all week working, and even before you're like collecting these onboards, you're checking, like thinking how you will do this and this, and this is and after when you win, it's like wow, it's priceless. And okay, but from the other hand, if it will be shorter, it will be more easier for everyone to fight and to get the more and more pace. But from the other hand, I mean, it will be easier to say when we tried it. But
after Sardinia, we will come back and do it again.
Step, I think,
No?
they make it shorter, like how many? 50 kilometers. They make it shorter. But for example, if you do some short races and then you do some marathon races, for example, 400 kilometers, why not? Then you balance it. And you have a different formats. Maybe then you find the proper one. So you can change from race to race the format, and maybe it will be even more interesting. So you prepare, you come for 5 days, do a short race, and then next one will be, I don't know, 8 days. 3 days of recce, 5 days of racing. Why not? At least I think the positive is the promoter is trying to find something new to make it more interesting for the spectators and maybe more easy or more interesting for the drivers. So it's a good point.
Ne abbiamo un altro dietro la
Abbiamo
What do you think about the new system points of this year?
50-50. From one side, I don't like it's stupid, but finally it's working. The Sunday, the WC drivers are not slow, so for sure they fix the problem. But from the other hand, it starts to be more complicated. But from the other hand, for the spectators can see the Sunday stages, people fighting, not driving like, oh, I need to save the tires for the power stage. So yeah.
From that point, it could be maybe a solution, this system of points. But I could see Tanak on the last race, it was second fastest, but it took more points than Auger. So this maybe could be...
Yeah, this is a bit confusing because somebody is taking more points and somebody is winning the race. Yeah. I think the same issue we have in WRC2 when you're winning the race, but nobody take care because you're not scoring points. So you have a mixed feelings. You win the race,
or not.
but yeah, nobody is like looking at you. You don't have a prize. You don't have a champagne shower. So what was it for?
Yeah.
Why I was pushing? So I think the best way is to do like, okay, you win the race, you're on the top of the podium, but then you calculate the points differently. The same they do now in WRC1, I mean in the top level. So you win the race, but you get less points. So what's the problem?
Yeah, maybe the idea is to keep the same like Sunday, but maybe to do Sunday 4 stages, like the power stages together. And maybe it will be also better because people will try to win all the 4 stages.
Yeah.
To get the points from this. I mean, not like for the 1 stage, but for the 4. And somehow to decide how to make these points that even if you are second from the Saturday, you are not getting more points. Or for example, you're taking like who win all 3 days, this is the first place, he have like 25, but who wants 4 stages in the Sunday, get extra points, but this extra should be not more than difference between second and first place, something like this. It's just the ideas, but then it makes it easier for people to understand who really won the race, and from the other hand, it also maybe helps to keep the people fight for the Sunday.
Is a recipe that is just need to find the I could say the great ingredients just to compose it. It's difficult even for the promoter to do it.
And also this is the WRC points. Like we are collecting points on the Saturday, and everyone's like, I don't understand. So you're in WRC car or not? No, it's just because we are in WRC championship, we are collecting the. Like we are not collecting the points at WRC2, but somehow we are collecting in WRC championship, but we are on WRC2 cars. Why we cannot do like WRC collecting the points this the Saturday? Take it only the WRC cars. Why? I mean, just everyone starts to be more, messed up. Like
for the moment, it's confusing the situation about for the spectators even.
Some people really asking me like, "Wow, you collect the points, soon you will beat the guys on the front." Say, come on, we are different classes. We were thinking you were in WRC because we saw you in the name, but in WRC2 you have no name because we were not collecting the points.
Yeah.
Have fun.
It's not.
So another problem, more or less, is about the less constructors that there are on the top level. Even for you, young drivers, it's difficult to reach this seat. How do you think it could be maybe easier for a young driver to catch that seat?
No, for these regulations, I think it's not possible. Because or you need big money to get this testing for the WRC1 car, but you cannot do this also because it's restriction of the test day from the team. The team also should be interested in you to take you in the team to. I mean, there's a lot of things, and for the moment, I don't think it's really easy to do. The only way, if what I think it's might. Change in a good way, like the IndyCar doing. You have Dallara, but we have someone who is doing the chassis. It's for everyone the same. You can develop the dampers. You can develop maybe the engine. Maybe just the same engine, but you can develop some few things like air intakes and intercooler.
So find a solution just to be less expensive even for.
Yeah, like you have one same body shell or just the chassis, but you can put different aerodynamics. So you can put your car brand.
Is it something similar now but more expensive in the WRC? The Rally 1 regulation, the same body cell, and then outside you can model it.
Yeah, but
that's a plan, as I understand. It's
the
future vision of WRC that
they wanted to
use. Commission,
They are trying to find
announce it, but it's just
For the moment, it's on the paper.
If it's so, then
it might be a decision because also I think it's a good point. For example, you have 3 manufacturer teams and they have like 3 or 2 drivers. I don't know. So for the next season, they should take top 3 WRC2 drivers to their teams, and these places, I mean, that they reserve for WRC2 drivers. So if you won the championship in WRC2, you for sure step up, I don't know, for 5-6 races. Doesn't matter.
Like more or less is now the price for.
You have a chance. Now you win the WRC2 championship, and that's it.
But then it will be some drivers who driving in the Kenya, Chile and Japan who are collecting the points are winning.
Okay.
But then you need to say
it's always will be complicated. I mean the idea that if you win, you should have understanding. If you win the championship, what you're gonna do? You need to have your next step because now you can win like 5 championships in a row and nobody will take you. Because if you step up now to WRC, you will be slower because you don't have enough experience with. You don't have at all experience with this different car. So the same, I think, situation is Mikkelsen now. He is fastest driver, really good one, and he is now step up, but he don't know how to drive. He needs some mileage also, I guess.
One day test, I guess, before.
Yeah, exactly.
And then go straight
you
to
see
the
the
race.
result. You can be multiple WRC2 champions, but you will be a good loser.
Even
in
for
WRC.
sport drivers now, I can understand maybe the car is not proper, okay, from the outside, from a spectator argument. So the results are not arriving, but it's for the less experience of young drivers.
Yeah,
they have
but
not the possibility to grow.
For Mo, for example, sometimes set up really good times, and he is like third or fourth in the championship now. So he's quite okay, but he did a lot of races with this car. That's the point.
But we can see Grégoire. He is the first opportunity for him, and it's
That's, I think,
difficult.
just a different story about him.
Okay. We asked to some close friends just to give us some ideas for questions for you. One, it was from him. On the past, there was the figure of the specialist driver, like it was Panizzi for tarmac, or the Scandinavian drivers for their races. Okay. So, but do you think that figure is more or less disappeared from the WRC championship?
I mean, they will disappear because the WRC championship now is you have the rounds in only one round in the snow, only few rounds in the tarmac. The rest is the gravel. So, like if you are the figure like specialist in snow, you can show only the pace on the one round.
Event.
And then after WRC championship, after this, after you go like top 20 in the next races, there's no future then.
If you want to fight,
I mean,
to be complete.
Yeah, I mean, we have the people who are super fast on the special, on the snow, like Oliver's super fast there. Johan is super fast on the tarmac. On the gravel again, there's more drivers who are super fast. But anyway, everywhere is fast. You will be fast only in one surface, but then anyway you will drop from the championship, and it's not works for you for the future to get on a top team. You need to be fast everywhere. In the past, I guess it was just more mixing of the surface. It was not only few.
I think the story with Panizzi, he was doing tarmac events, and he was fast on that. We don't remember how much gravel events he win, and he was not the champion. That's why. If you want to be a champion, you need to be fast on every surface.
It was because of that they disappear, maybe.
Also, in the past, they were showing this specialist. It was promoting different. If you will be now coming for the tarmac and you're super specialist, you win the tarmac event, it will be one few posts. I mean, if you speak about WRC2, it will be one post in Instagram when you're like this. You're good. That's all. I mean, there's all highlights which you will get from the WRC2. Even you cannot really show it to the sponsors to make some return of investment, which they are doing. So, I mean, in the past, when it was the Panizzi, Loeb, and everyone, there was much more, the sport was promoted much more. So there was the figures rising up that this is super fast guys, this is super crash guy, this is super gravel. Not the same.
I think it's changed something else. Now there is a school like Red Bull for training for young drivers. That was not in the past.
For the rally?
Yeah.
There is school?
No, I think there is a training. For you understand?
Yeah, I've been in France, but it's not Red Bull.
It's not Red Bull.
Not Red Bull.
Ah.
And Red Bull is quite difficult to arrive, even if you're a Red Bull athlete. You need to wait the line. But it's different. It's not the same. I mean,
what I mean is everything has changed. We now use the games. We have these challenges to training is very different from the past. In the past, we had, you mean Panizzi that won all in tarmac. He tried to race in gravel, but didn't win. I think he was 7th, 10th, no more.
Yeah, but I think it's the same. Like in the past was different. You can also test a lot, and it was not the same prices and not the same problems to organize the test like we have it now. And even these camps where you can teach, like mostly at the camps, you're just teaching your brain for the reaction, this focusing and mental stability. But I will say we will have the same years like in the past when you can test much more. Why Panizzi was faster? I'm sure he was just driving a lot on the tarmac and even just closing the roads on some race car without permission. If even permission comes, you can say, come on, it's rally, and say, okay, rally is good. Now it's rally, it's bad, it's CO2, and it's not good for the environment. And
I think Leb broke that rule. That Leb started to win everywhere. Snow, gravel, tarmac.
On Scandinavia.
Yeah, but also we need to know how he prepared. It's not only the... Like, I mean, in the past, I guess they were testing much more than now. We can do it, and people are sure. Also, I think the Sebastian having the good background which comes maybe from the gymnastics for his brain and body moving to feel the car better than others. But I'm sure the work which they done, maybe which we don't see, also might be huge to be fast on the all conditions. I hope I understand the question correct.
No, it was good. Now, just the last question.
Last question. Which are your really dreams? A race, maybe a particular race to do, or a result you want to achieve?
The dream is the WRC championship. Yeah, I mean,
The main dream.
The main
dream. For sure, the small dreams which are the road to this main one. Okay. I mean, otherwise, I will not drive if I need just to drive for some few wins. No, then I will not do the rally. I mean, or we trying to achieve the maximum which we can, because then you have the motivation to work. But if we check, if we look from the other dreams, anyway, I want still to come back for Barum. I have not finished deal in Rally Rome.
Okay.
And I think Rally Dakar, and maybe one day Azores, but Azores I'm not sure. I'm not really. I want to drive, but like in the last moment.
And for you, which are?
For me. Basically the same, even Barum and Azores in my list. Rome was okay. You can finish with it.
But he never drove the Barum.
Yeah, I never drove the Barum and never drove in Azores. So for me, these two races are really interesting to drive as well, like iconic races. Of course, the championship title, it's a must-do, but I have a question, like how many championship titles you want in the future? Like one is okay, or you want 2, 3, I know. Like what's the biggest dream?
No, for sure. If it will be possible one, after we can start to dream about some records, but for the moment, I mean, even if one will be possible. But you know me, if I get the championship because there is nobody or everyone crashed, I will be not happy. I want to
fight for it.
Yeah, I want to fight for it, not just to get it somehow.
Okay, so the biggest dream, not the world championship. I want to see him partying after his world championship. That would be the best part of it. Absolutely.
Yeah, great. And you are not looking for a space in a few months, for a space in the proper category. Are you looking for it?
Every time we are looking at it. So this is the next step to go closer to the dream. So we are just waiting and looking, searching for the best opportunity and the best moment to go there. Just sometimes we have this opportunity, but maybe in the best conditions. So this is the questions which related also of the management. It's related to the results. This year we started quite well, so I hope we continue like this, and the dream is to step up there.
We hope for it, we really hope for it.
we want to finish speaking again about Sardinia and your adventures extra voraci we're lucky with a couple of victories in Rally dei Nuraghi del Vermentino. It looked like you liked our roads. Tell us about this event and if there are some special moments about it.
I would say there's nothing about this special event. It's just the same rules of the WRC. That's why we use this race. But mostly, I just like the Italian championship. I just like to be in Italy. This is the main answer. Why everyone asks me why I was doing the Italian championship. So I just like to go in Italy to drive.
Because of the level of the other guys, or just the events?
When in a tarmac, it's mostly because of the level of the guys. Because in a tarmac, it's the best level of the tarmac drivers, and you just come there for a fight. But when we were doing the gravel championship, there was the idea to test some new evolutions with our pace notes things and some driving things and set up, like to change setup completely to try to drive in different things. It was some moments which I cannot do in WRC events because it will be just dangerous to mess up the result there. So we just decided I want to do in the place. Okay, there was anyway, it was fast drivers like Andriucci with us, which we were fighting in a gravel championship. But the main idea was that I want to be in a good place where I like to spend the time. So it was also decision in Italy and also Vermentino, like I said, just because it also make together with preparation for the Sardinia stages.
Okay. And do you think we can see you again on these roads, on our roads for other events?
We are planning normally this year, but we not decide yet when and which race. But also it depends of our breakdowns when we have between the big races, because I don't want also to do a lot of races in this year just to not overload our calendar and ourselves. So when it will be the good break and we will have the opportunity, I will come.
We are waiting in Berkida because I want to compete with you in a proper car because or even the same car. We will.
We go on your car.
Okay. Do you like our first interview?
Yeah.
With us?
It's question for the video.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No.
Because it is our new project, like we said, and this is the first one. You are the first proper.
Yeah, a pleasure for us.
No, it's also.
Thanks.
It was nice. I mean, especially that we are speaking about not the common things. We have the different questions, so it's. I think it will be interesting for everyone.
Yeah, I think there are some things that can be really interesting and clarify some points and some other point of view that maybe can help if someone will listen it. Someone on the top.
Okay, now when it's in English, yes. When it's Italian, maybe Adamo can help.
No, we will put the subtitles in Italian and we will do it. So,
can you speak only word in Italian?
Okay, I have just not so much, but okay. Like, posso avere il conte per favore? But I mean,
it's really expensive.
But I was not often now in the last moment, so I was not really. I was learning, but like this from the scratch, I cannot say it, just a few sentences. It's just the big sentence which I remember. But okay, the words I know, understand. Just the last part of the words, I every time forget when it's like io or you and accent.
Okay.
I just start to. I mean, in one moment I learn, and after I start to live back at home and.
Disappear from the mind.
You need to practice every day.
Okay.
Now we will have the opportunity to do it.
Next interview we can do
in Italian. Okay.
Yeah, next year. Okay.
Okay.
Bene, quindi ci siamo fatti una bella chiacchierata con i qui presenti, sicuramente è stato molto interessante, abbiamo visto diverse cose e adesso gli auguriamo sicuramente buona fortuna quindi per questo weekend, sicuramente molto impegnativo e invece noi ci vediamo ad un prossimo video, ma prima di terminare vi ricordo di commentare qui sotto se vi è piaciuta la puntata, soprattutto di iscrivervi a tutti i nostri canali e ci vediamo ad un prossimo video. A presto, ciao a tutti, ciao.
Grazie.